We're going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star offensive lineman Nathan Roy, who signed with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. We're going to look at those highlights. We're going to look at that 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we do that, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're talking about the 2024 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player. And you need to know what your players look like before they hit the field. Here's this 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes, you will get there. But he's an interior offensive lineman, ranked 11th among interior offensive linemen, 7th by the composite, though. 6'5", 275, so we got some size there. We're already enrolled with Minnesota. Coming down here, we got 19 offers, some Big Ten schools, UCLA, Florida, all over the map, from the West Coast to the East Coast, from the peninsula up to Michigan, almost up to Canada. We're going to Minnesota, though. All-American Bowl, Power 5 prospect, projected to be a starter, impressive athletic background that includes not just throwing track and field, but posting numbers that are among the best in the state and region, also plays basketball. So, what does that tell us? That tells us he has good balance, moves laterally very well, has good quickness, has good power and strength. The athleticism shows up in football where he can get out in space and leads plays. He's a strong, tenacious mauler. They're still saying he's quick. They're saying that throughout his prospect profile. I think they've said that 3 times so far. We're going to see that in the highlights. I'm excited. I bet you he's going to destroy a lot of dudes in the open field. We're going to Minnesota. 4-star prospect. Going over to his On3 page here. He's a 4-star prospect with all the other recruiting sites. Ranked 10th on On3, 21 on ESPN, 10th on Rivals, 9th in the industry rankings, 6'5", 270. But let's take a look at his highlights. Let's see what he's cooking with. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. But I can tell you this much on a lot of offensive linemen. I can get a good gauge on them on a couple minutes. So I'm not too worried about that. Here we go. We're moving on to play. Getting low. Sticking with it. Remember, he's almost 3 bills. So that looks like he's moving pretty well for his size, but I want to see more for him. Make a good designation. Stomps him out pretty good. Looking at his body, he looks like a college offensive lineman. He's going to add more to that too. Good power. It should be dominant. Because look at the kids in front of him and look at him. And he's going to a Power 5 school. Like that guy. Like, that should be easy work. If it's not easy work, then there's a problem. He's moving quick downfield. Look how far he is downfield. Also tells me he's got a gas tank. Not many offensive linemen have that. Look, he just threw him. He just threw him. From basketball and playing all those sports. Getting the guys out of the way. Laying on them. The gas tank's important too. Especially transitioning from high school to Power 5 practices. Think about that. You're going up against Power 5 defensive linemen in practice, and you're trying to show off that you can start right away as a true freshman. Gas tank. It's huge. Here we go. Boom. And then finishes the play. The guy's just laying there dead. Look at him. You got to pick him up. Boom. Right on the chest plate. Moving him. Laying on him. The open field, we're just going to push him into space. Outer space. We're gone. Out of frame. He's back there in the corner. Yeah, the scouting report is correct on him. Ranking-wise, might be a little low. He's got a lot of upside here. The speed's good. He's got a good gas tank on him. That's one thing I'm noticing, because he's running downfield deep, and he's not being cautious on that because he has the good feelings in his stomach that he can hold up. He feels good. He feels confident. I was trying to say the word confident, but he was very confident he can hold up. He's not wasting his gas tank when he's running 80 yards downfield. And he's pretty quick for his size. And he's got a lot of power. He's strong. He's got the length. He's got the build where he already looks like a college offensive lineman, and we know he's going to add to that, especially once he gets up to the Minnesota. He's probably already added a lot to it by now. He's probably a little bigger by now. He's probably going to get a little bit more bigger. He's probably going to get a little bit more stronger. I think that gas tank is key because we're not seeing that with a lot of offensive linemen here in this year's class. The offensive tackles, the interior. Well, we are, but we're not seeing it being showcased a lot on the film. Them really pushing themselves downfield, 80 yards, running 60 yards or whatever that was, and doing it multiple times. Because at 300 pounds, think about it, that's going to gas you. That's going to gas you. He's not worried about that. He's not worried about that at all. So what you think about that is when he gets into practices and they start firing out him versus the older guys who are former 4-star defensive linemen, 3 stars, guys who are trying to make it, and he's that young buck there. He's going to hold up all day long in practice. He's going to do it. He's going to earn his stripes. That's what you're going to see from him. That's what's going to happen. He's going to have some dog in him. You see it with the tenacity at the block there, mauling dudes, laying on dudes, taking care of business, and he can do that whistle to whistle every single play, and he's going to be able to do that for a full practice. And why I'm stressing practice is because spring ball, very important. It's very important. Spring ball, into the summer, into the season, that's very important. It's got a lot of upside here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.